improve it. On the other hand, our business leadership group is headed by a guy named Andrew Rudnick. He wears a bow tie, he wears suspenders, he wears a mustache, which makes him different. But what really irks people is that he's from someplace else, and he has no feel for the streets of our community. He has no feel for the basic needs of its people, and sure enough, he should not be leading our business leadership group. Yeah. He has had opportunity to do something to correct, and he has done nothing.
Kirkland's calling. Hello.
Morning, Ted. How you doing?
Good. How you? Go ahead. You're on.
All right. Let me say something first. I totally agree with you about the neighborhood schools. I went to a neighborhood school, and I got a good education. It was a place where I could walk to school. My parents could come there if something happened. The neighborhood was all involved. My friends were there, and we went to school. We had a good time, and we got a good education. You know, if you want to do busing, if it's a teacher bad, bust the teacher. Don't bust a kid. Send the teacher someplace else. Bust them. Secondly, Carl, I'd just like to just mention about, the comments that Boxer made about your racism. I've dealt with you over the years. I'm not a racist, Carl. You call it like you see it, and that's the kind of guy I like. So I think everybody should listen to you, Carl. You got good ideas. You keep it going. I support you on this stuff.
Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. And 837-1112, 837-1112, we have with us Mr. Carl Palladino, businessman, developer, lawyer, and I've never seen anything that says you're a racist. Let me say this. I've been called that in my life. They called me that and ran me off the parole board. That was the excuse they used. Okay, that I was a racist, meaning because I was questioning people. So that's the word people sometimes throw around without really understanding the definition.
When you confront the bad guys, they'll come out with any garbage.
But let me see how many calls we can get in the next few minutes. They're calling. Kirkland's calling. Hello.
Yes, good afternoon, Brother Ted.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, young man, and to you, Mr. Palladino, and sorry about your son, and you have my utmost condolences and sympathies.
Thank you.
Doing a superb job. What can you possibly do in the community? Work does the government and politicians fit, meaning that can they all, business, government, clergy, could everybody step in, education, and people at large, and so on and so forth?
Thanks, caller.
You're welcome.
Right now, I'm gonna say to you, we need some basic structural changes and they have to come from Albany and out of our local governments. The changes that we need are not going to be able to be addressed by the elected leaders that we have today. Mm-hmm. Guys like Bill Stokowski and Thompson are not doing their job. They were elected for specific reasons by a community that is as poor as they come in America today. We have the second highest poverty rate in the city of Buffalo of any nation in the city. We have the most debilitating tax structure of any city in America. And we have a couple of clowns that we send to the New York State Senate, and they forget all about their responsibility to their constituency, and they give the farm away to New York City. It's sickening what they did in this last budget deliberation. They allowed the State General Fund to take $400 million out of NYPA, the New York State Power Authority, money that should have been used properly for the development in Western New York. They allowed in the budget process the discontinuance of the STAR tax program, which helped upstate taxpayers and gave them anywhere from $300 to $500 in a form of a check every year to lessen the burden of our real estate taxes. They voted for those things. All right, they show up back here and we say, "What did you do?" And they give you that glassy look. And here's Thompson saying, I'm the great protector of the state employees. I believe, and he proposed a bill to this effect, okay? I believe that every state employee should get 2 days off with pay for each child that he has under the age of 16. How absolutely ridiculous is that?
Let's go to another call. Kirkland's calling. Hello.
Yeah, I'd like to just say something. I like to thank you, Ted, and I like to thank Carl, and I wish to God that you two guys could get together and form some kind of coalition to help.
I don't have any money.
Thank you. Bye.
Ted and I already have a coalition.
Yeah, you're right. Thanks, Carla. Kirkland's calling. Hello.
Yes, first of all, and I would like to ask for my sincere condolences to Carl, yourself, and loss of his dear son.
No, thank you.
And then I would also like to ask his opinion on Mayor Brown's situation here. Mayor Brown has had 4 years in the city, right? And we ranked second in the nation in poverty. And Mayor Brown right now, and I also want to comment yourself on the thing that's going on the east side right now. We got a whole Delavan plant that's shut down. Mayor Brown, while he was council member on the east side, has never brought one job to the east side. I don't know if he brought one job to the city of Buffalo. And now we have the situation with the waterfront. They're talking about a Bass Pro Shop downtown Buffalo. And I agree with you 100% on that council member from that district. He is incompetent. He don't even have a college degree. And there's been nothing done. And they talk about bringing like a Bass Pro down there. This city needs a mayor that's going to Tokyo, bringing in companies. He needs a company going to China, bringing in companies. He needs to be on the road all the time, bringing businesses, filling up these vacant businesses downtown right now. We got, and I also would like your comment on the Seneca Nation.
Caller, can I get you to ask the question? We're about to run out of time, and I got some more calls I want to get in. Okay?
All right, thank you.
Okay. You want to comment on that, Carl? Or?
Yeah. I think Byron is a nice human being. He's a nice person, but I don't think that he brings to the office the necessary tools to bring this city to another level. I noticed that real early on that Byron doesn't go anywhere without Steve Casey, who speaks for him constantly. Steve Casey doesn't have the tools or the knowledge or the experience to be the manager of a government, let alone anything. I mean, I believe that the city taxpayers are entitled to the best possible government. I don't care if they're black, white, or who they are, but it's the best possible people. And unfortunately, Byron, he surrounded himself initially, with some really totally off the wall and off the reservation people like Richard Tobey. But thank God he got rid of Tobey. It took him 2.5 years to do that. But also, he replaced Tobey ultimately with 2 people, Jim Comerford, who's doing his job very well, but he also brought